In this video, I'm going to explain the biggest mistake that I see people making all the time online when they try and sell anything. It's also the same mistake that I see people that have been for years on social media making. They don't even realize it. So I'm going to jump here onto the laptop and explain what it is and how you can avoid making it yourself. So obviously this is not true to scale. This is only just a few people on a whiteboard, but this is the pool of people that we attract with the content that we put out there, okay? So the people in the black are people that will never ever buy from us. So that 97 odd percent. However, the person there in the red is our ideal customer profile. They are someone that is interested in the products or services that we have to offer because it solves their problems. Now, what I see a lot of people doing, the mistake that I've seen them doing for years, is creating content that just sells to this person, okay? So putting videos out there saying things like, and we've all seen it before, hey, I've got a new program out, it solves your problems, it helps you make $10,000 a month in the next 30 days if you want to get access to that, blah, blah, blah. You've heard this before, you get the idea. That's the problem. Because when we target just this number one person, the ICP, then we do ourselves a disservice because we ignore everyone else. Now, if we take the 4 C's principle of content, capture, convert, and capital, then if we're doing what most people do, we are going straight in for the conversion, which is the wrong way of doing it. What we need to be doing is creating content without any ulterior motive. Now, of course, you will have a call to action at the end of your content, and you should do that, but we want to create content that appeals to the widest possible audience. Because when that happens, we start using social media for the way that it was intended. Social media operates on algorithms. We also know this. And the algorithm isn't some magical thing in the sky that we never know how it works. It works based on human interactions. If the content that we're putting out there to the widest pool of people possible and they're enjoying it, guess what the algorithms will do? They will take that pool of people and then they will go out and they will find other very similar people. And within that pool of other very similar people, we'll also find more of our ICP, as well as people that will never ever buy from us, which is a good thing because we understand that only 3% or 1% will ever buy from us. So once we do this, we start leveraging social media for our advantage and moving forward with our business goals. Now, we don't want to ignore the people in the black. So let's take this person here as an example. Let's call him Gary, okay? So Gary, again, will never buy any of my products, but I still want to keep Gary happy. Why? Because if Gary is enjoying my content, he is going to hit a very important metric that the algorithm looks for, and that's something called average view duration, AVD for short, okay? Now, if Gary is having a high average view duration on my content, so watching near enough 100% of all of the pieces of videos that I put out there, then the algorithm sees that, and then guess what? They go and find other people very similar to Gary that, yes, may not buy from me, but again, we will get a couple of potential customers because of Gary's interactions and engagement with my content. So instead of only focusing on the person that will potentially buy from you right now, we also need to keep everyone happy by posting content that appeals to a wide audience, regardless of whether they buy from us or not. Now, another point here is we got to think long term, okay? So we've got the people that will buy from us right now. We've got the people that will never buy from us, but still enjoys our content. We also have another type of person that I will put in blue here. And these are people that will buy from us, but not right now. They will buy from us at some point in the future. Now, with that in mind, again, we need to keep on putting content out there with a long-term view on this, because I get that all the time. I get people following me today and they will never buy one of my products for another 6 months, for a year. I've even had people that have been following me for over 2 years and then eventually get off the fence. Now, they do this for a multitude of different reasons, yes, indeed. So it could be, I haven't got the money right now, so I need to wait until that's a reality and I get paid from my salary, then I get off the fence. That's one of the blue people, right? Then there's a lot of scam artists around. So a lot of people will sit on the fence and wait to see if you're legit, wait to see if you're consistent, wait to see if you're turning up every single day in a professional manner so that they feel more confident to get their hand in their pocket, get their credit card out, and actually invest in you and what you have to offer. So yeah, when I'm seeing people put content out there that is trying to get their ideal customer profile only right off the fence immediately, they're making so many mistakes. Now, if we go back to the 4Cs principle, and actually we're only going to focus on the first 3 Cs in this. So then we've got content, we've got capture, and we've got convert, okay? So we understand the type of content that we need to be doing, appealing to the widest audience possible, but we want to take that audience that we're getting from social media and almost throw a net over them. Okay, how do we throw a net? Because we want to capture those people. Those people may not be interested right now. They may be interested in the future, but they're interested and could be. So we want to throw that net, and that net is by capturing their email address. Simple as that. The way that you do that is through a few methods. First and foremost, we need an opt-in page that when people click on the link in the bio, they go through to that page, they're given the opportunity to give their first name and their email address. That goes into our email list. We've now captured that person outside of social media. Now, we normally give something in return for getting that email address. So it's something like a lead magnet, for example, like a PDF, a free checklist, whatever it may be, but something that's worthwhile, that's free, that incentivizes them giving us their email address. Now, you can automate this process of getting people to actually give you their email address with things like ManyChat, which is just an automation program. It does cost money. It's like $15 a month, nothing crazy, but you've all seen it, right? When you've seen those videos that say, comment ready down below and I'll send it over to you, then ManyChat will detect that happening and then automatically send that person a DM with the link through to your opt-in page so that you're essentially got this full system working for you on autopilot as long as you're posting content. So we need that in place because we only ever want the conversion to happen on email, okay? Only ever there. Now, to a degree, you will have DM conversations with a few of your leads. I've definitely had it before, and they're ready to rumble after getting a few of their questions answered, and then you'll send through the link to the checkout within the DMs, but that's few and far between. The vast majority of conversions will happen on email. Now, to put this into perspective for you, last month in December, I didn't put out as much content as I would have liked, okay? Holiday season, Christmas, New Year's, you know, you've got other responsibilities, you've got other things that you just want to do. So I didn't do as much as I wanted. However, I did send out almost daily emails to my list that I've been capturing over the last 3 years of doing social media. Because of that, I had the 4th biggest month that I've ever had online in terms of pure profit. It was huge because of the power of email. Now, a lot of people think email is dead or it's not a good marketing channel. Let me assure you, it is an absolute goldmine. Email moves the needle more than pretty much anything else in terms of cold, hard cash coming into your business. That is the power of email. Now, also the other thing to think about here, and maybe I'm in a different generation, but I will hardly ever, or if ever at all, make purchases just on my cell phone. I will make purchases on my laptop when I'm sitting down comfortable at my desk with a big screen. I can type in my credit card number on a keyboard that's physical. That's how I do things. I pay my bills, I deal with the tax man, I deal with all things only on my laptop. And I assume a lot of people will be the same. I don't think I've ever bought anything solely on my cell phone. So that's another very important reason why capturing people's email addresses is important. Because yes, they're going to consume your content on their cell phone, but then the doorbell might start ringing, the kids might start screaming, multitude of different things might happen. They might just be walking out of the station through to work, watching your video, and of course they're not going to convert because they're just about to go to work, right? But if we follow up with an email the next day saying, hey, you did check out my video, figured you might be interested, this opportunity is still sitting here on the table, do you want to action upon it? Here's the link, there you go. You've got to be hitting people on multiple different channels, especially email, for the reason that life gets in the way. I think in conclusion from this video, what you guys should take away is that you're creating content for the widest pool of people possible because you want to find your ideal customer within that pool, and also think on a long-term basis. Your customers are coming to you now, but they may not convert right now. They could convert down the line. So for those of you that are trying to build up an audience now and you're getting X amount of followers, but you're not seeing conversions, hold tight, nurture them, let them be a bigger pool, because 6 months or a year down the line, they may convert and become your customer. I see it happen all the time. And make sure that you're capturing people's email addresses, throwing that net over them, because that is one of the biggest gold mines for your business, is building an email list. Now, none of this makes sense, and none of this will actually change the number that's staring back at you when you check your bank account if you don't monetize all of this, if you don't have an offer or a product to sell. Now, I know for a lot of you, that is difficult because you don't feel that you have the knowledge to build a product, you've never thought about it, you don't know where to find a product. Well, go and check out this video that's just popped up here on the screen, where I detail how you would go and find someone else's product to promote, connect into this system so that you actually change the number that's showing in your bank account. Go and click on that video right now, and I'll catch you over there in a second.